Namaskaram and welcome to Prabandhams and Stotrams. We are learning Sri Tirumangai AzhvAr's periya padigam called vADinEn. It's about the glory of Tirumantram. So far we have seen the history of how this padigam came about. And since the padigam is about the glory of Tirumantram, we have also gone through an elaborate description of the meaning of Tirumantram and its glory. And then we started learning the taniyans of this periya tirumozhi, and we started learning the pAsurams as well. So we have covered the first pAsuram, and today we will cover a few more pAsurams. Okay. So as usual, we will start with my own personal prayer for this class to go well, and then you can join me in chanting the Podu taniyans, the taniyans that are specific to this periya tirumozhi, and the one pAsuram that we have learned so far. ஆழ்வார்கள் ஆச்சாரியர் அருளையும் உலகினிலே வாழ்வார்கள் தம்மிடையே பரப்பிடவே ஆழ்வானே ஞாலத்தில் அணுவின் சிறு மதியுடைய ஏழைக்கு காலத்தில் அருளாயோ கார்முகிலே. The saint composes grace, and yes, preceptors too, to spread it far and wide. O Lord, who rules his soul, alas, his wisdom small, an atom sure to shame. Your blessing won't you give, O cloud that bears the rain. So the Pudutaniyans now, you can chant with me. Ramanuja daya patram jnana vairagya bhushanam Srimad Venkatanathāryam vande Vedanta deshikam Shri Shailesha daya patram dhi bhaktiyadi gunarnavam Yatindra pravanam vande ramyaja mataram munim Lakshmi Natha samarambham nathayamuna madhyamam Asmadacharya paryantam vande guru paramparam Yo nityamachyuta padam bhujayugma rukma Vyamohatastaditarani trunaya mene Asmadguror bhagavatosya dayaika sindhoh Ramanujasya charanau sharanam prapadye Mata pita yuvatayastanaya vibhuti Sarvam yadeva niyamena madanvayanam Ahadyasya nah kulapaterva kulabhirahamam Srimad Tadanghriyugalam pranamami mudna Bhutam sarasya mahadahvaya bhattanatha Shri Bhakti Sarakula Shekhara Yogi Vahana Bhaktangrirenu Parakala Yatindra Mishran Srimad Parankushamunim Pranatosmi Nityam Kalayami Kalidvamsam Kavim Lokadivakaram Yasya Gobhik Prakashabhik Avidyam Nihatam Tamahayam Vari Paragalan Vari Kaligandri Vari Kurayalur Valvendan Variyaro Mayonai Valvaliyal Mandirangol Mangayarkon Tuyon Sudarmanavel Nenjikirul Gadi Deepam Adanga Nedum Piravi Nanjuk Nalla Amudam Tamil Nannul Turaigal Anjuk Kilakkiyam Aranasaram Parasamaya Panjuk Kanalin Puri Paragalan Panuvalgale Yangal Gadiye Ramanusamuniye Sangai Kadutta Andatavarasa பொங்கு புகழ் மங்கையர் கோணிந்த மறையாயிரமனைத்தும் தங்கு மனம் நீ எனக்குத் தா. வாடினேன் வாடி வருந்தினேன் மனத்தால் பெருந்துயர் இடும்பையில் பிறந்து கூடினேன் கூடி இளையவர்தம் மோடு அவர் தரும் கலவியே கருதி ஓடினேன் ஓடி உய்வதோர் பொருளால் உணர்வெனும் பெரும்பதம் தெரிந்து நாடினேன் நாடி நான் கண்டு கொண்டேன் நாராயணா என்னும் நாமம். வாடினேன் வாடி வருந்தினேன் மனத்தால் பெருந்துயர் இடும்பையில் பிறந்து கூடினேன் கூடி இளையவர்தம் மோடு அவர் தரும் கலவியே கருதி ஓடினேன் ஓடி உய்வதோர் பொருளால் உணர்வெனும் பெரும் பதம் தெரிந்து நாடினேன் நாடி நான் கண்டு கொண்டேன் நாராயணா என்னும் நாமம். Okay, so this is the pasuram that we had learned last week. And so one thing that I mentioned was that in his pasurams, Swami Tirumangai AzhvAr, he gives a before picture and an after picture, what kind of a life he was leading before his encounter with Emperman, before his Tirumantra Upadesham, and also what it was like afterwards. And as I mentioned, it's kind of like a diet commercials where they give you a before picture and the after picture, except that in the diet commercials, in the after pictures, the person will be pulling his stomach to make it look like he has lost his weight. But in this case, the transformation that the AzhvAr has gone through is extraordinarily real. So in that sense, there is a vast difference. Now, so you will find that there's a lot of Naityana Sandhanam involved in these pasurams, where the AzhvAr is very critical of his past life. And in particular, he will keep coming back to his the pleasures that he was seeking with women. So you will see that in the first 4 pasurams of this padiyam, he will keep referring to that, referring to how he sought pleasure with women. For example, he would say here, Kudinen, Kudi, Ilayavardam Modu, Avardarum Kalaviye Karudi. The Ilayavar, the young folks that he is referring to, is specifically referring to young women. Avardarum Kalaviye Karudi. So he says, I was after the union, the pleasures of the union with them, etc. So in that sense, then he will be critical of that. So you will see that happening in the first 4 pasurams. And I will also be citing the pasurams from other Prabandhams that are also critical of the same kind of behavior. So one thing I want to clarify is that these pasurams, that they are not anti-women per se, they are not. They're just anti-lust. So the attitude of experiencing pleasures associated with material things, especially that ones that go beyond bounds. So don't take anything that the AzhvAr says as an anti-women statement. It's just an anti-lust towards women statement. Okay, so I just have a little bit of elaboration to do before I go on to pasuram number 2. So one of the things that the AzhvAr says is Ilayavardam Modu Avardarum Kalaviye Karadi. So that is with young women, Karadi, our thinking only of the pleasures of the union with them. Now, I think that kind of sentiment has been expressed in other Prabandhams by other AzhvArs as well. Now, Tondaradi AzhvAr was in his Prabandham called Tirumalai, also says something along similar lines. If you look at the history, the life history of Tondaradi AzhvAr, you will find that his life was also intricately involved with experience the pleasure of one particular woman. Actually, in his life, he was doing Pushpa Kainkaryam to the Perumal in Sri Rangam. And then he got distracted by a lady called Deva Devi, who started occupying much of his life. So the Pushpa Kainkaryam suffered. And later, Emperuman arranged it so that he would come back to him. So when the AzhvAr did come back to him and then started composing his tirumalai pAsurams, he was very critical of his own behavior. So there's one particular pasuram in which he refers to people who go seek that kind of a pleasure, that is, who have the lust for women or who spend an excessive amount of time going after that. So he says here in this pasuram of Tirumalai, he talks specifically about such a person. So for example, he says that these persons, their goal is to enjoy the pleasures with women. And so in order to do that, they really have to make a lot of money, because in order to satisfy the women, you have to buy jewelry for them, you have to buy perfume for them, you have to buy clothing for them, etc. So you have to make a lot of extra money to satisfy these women if you are going to expect pleasures from them. So the AzhvAr refers to that as idumbai. So all these troubles that the person goes through to make money so that he can satisfy those women. The idumbai here refers to the sufferings. Periyador idumbai pundu nariya kashtangallam anubhavichindirupava anubhavichindu. So they may be working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, etc., just to make enough money. So they will be spending their whole day just working, so says the AzhvAr. அதுக்கப்புறம் உடலுக்கே கரைந்து நைந்து அவ இழைச்சு துரும்பா போயிடுவாளாம், because they are working all day. இழைச்சு துரும்பா போயிடுவா, so they become emaciated. So by the time they get home in the evening, and so with the intention of enjoying the pleasures with the women, all they have the time to do is to eat their supper, undu, ira kidakkum bodu, and then just lie down without being able to do what they worked hard to do. So undu ira kidakkum bodu. So that's what their life is all about, he says. Pendiral sohangal uippan, in order to enjoy the pleasures with women. Periyador idumbai pundu, so experiencing a lot of sufferings. Udalukke karaindu naindu, becoming emaciated because of all that work. Undu ira kidakkum bodu, ratri velayila paduttundirukkache. So without even enjoying what they thought that they were going to enjoy, because they are now too tired. So the AzhvAr is addressing his remarks specifically to those people. He says, you know, this is not what you should be doing. You should be doing what the Bhagavatas do. And what do the Bhagavatas do? What the Bhagavatas do is, so for example, they do party and adi, because they enjoy the Emperuman's Kalyana Gunangal. So they are very fond of Emperuman. They're fond of his, you know, the kirtanas about him, etc. So they will sing and dance merrily about Emperuman. So he's talking specifically about the Tamargal. Tamargal refers to Bhagavatas. Yaroda Tamargal, Tanturai Malai Marban. So they're the one who on his chest wears the cool Tirutturai Malai. So that Emperuman's Tamargal, the rose adiyars, what they do is party, adi, and then they will do tondu. So tondu means doing kainkaryam. And that's what they consider as amudam. Amudam to them, the nectar to them, is that the kainkaryam that they are doing, tondu pundu amudam unnum. So what they do is that they eat or they consume the nectar, which is really the service that they do, the kainkaryam that they do. Whereas these poor people who are interested in the women, they don't do that. Unna means they don't consume that amritam, they don't consume that nectar. And instead they are turumbar, he says. Turumbar means the lowest of the low. Neechergalnu solluvam illaya. So vedikaya solluva, neechergalukku vandu oru pariksha kudutheenaka, if you administer a test to them to find out who is the worst of them, turumbars are the ones who will pass in first class. So anyway, so that's even among the neechers, they are extraordinarily, they stand out. That's what the turumbar means. So what the AzhvAr says is that these turumbars, these neechers, they don't do that. So they don't consume the nectar of doing service to Emperuman. So இப்படிப்பட்ட உங்களுக்கு சாப்பாடு வேற வேண்டி கிடக்கா, சோறு உகக்குமாறே அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு அவர். So தொண்டரடிப்படி ஆழ்வார் doesn't mince words when it comes to criticizing people whose lifestyle he does not approve of. And of course, he's very critical of his past as well, because he was doing exactly this kind of a thing. So turumbar soru hukkumare, உங்களுக்கு சாப்பாடு வேற வேண்டி கிடக்கா அப்படிங்கிற அர்த்தத்துல கேட்கிறார் அவர். In fact, throughout the Tirumalai, you will see this kind of very critical statements from Thundaradikpudi Azhvar. For example, there's one pasuram where he says, Kondal meedanavum solai, Vandinam murulum solai, Mailinam alum solai. Kondal meedanavum solai, kuilinam kuvum solai, undergone amarum solai, ani tiruvarangamenna, minder paindundum sotrai, vilaki naikidumennire, அப்படின்னு சொல்றாரு. என்ன சொல்றாருனாக்க Vandinam Murlam Solai. So he describes the beauty of Sri Rangam. Sri Rangam has got a lot of cholais or flower gardens. Vandinam Muralam. So the bees will be buzzing there. The bees will be making beautiful music there. Mailinam Alum Solai. The peacocks will be dancing there. Kondal Meedu Anavum Solai. The clouds will be resting upon the tall trees of the flower gardens. Kondal Meedu Anavum Solai. Solai Kuilinam Kuvum Solai. The cuckoo birds will be singing beautifully. Kuilinam Kuvum Solai. Undergone Amarum Solai. Ani Tiruvarangam Yenna. So undergone, the master of the universe, the Lord of the universe, that is Emperuman, Amarum Solai, he resides there. Ani Tiruvarangam Yenna. So that Tiruvarangam, which is the Ani, which is the Bhushanam for the whole world, people who don't say that. Ani Tiruvarangam Yenna. Yenna means who don't say that, who don't think like that. That kind of minder means ungrateful people. Paindu unnum sotrai. So you can look at just the language of it. Ava வந்து நார்மல் மனுஷாலே இல்ல, அவ ஒரு மிருகம். அதனால அவ சாப்பிட்றதெல்லாம் கூட எப்படி சாப்பிடுவான்னாக்க, சாப்பாடு போட்டேன்னாக்கா அப்படி பாஞ்சு வந்து அதுல போய் இது பண்ணுவாளாம், தட்டுல போய் உட்காந்து சாப்பிடுவாளாம். அவ்வளவு தூரத்துக்கு அவ சாப்பாடுலே குறியா இருப்பாளாம். பாய்ந்து உண்ணும் சோற்றை. So they jump at food that is given to them. Instead, அதை விலக்கிடுங்கோ, that is take it away from them, and instead நாய்க்கு இடுமே நீரே, அந்த சாப்பாடை நாய்களுக்கு போடுங்கோ. என்ன நாய்கள் வந்து they have gratitude. இந்த இவா பண்றாளே, இந்த மாதிரி எம்பெருமான ரசிக்காத ஆட்கள்லாம் அவளுக்கெல்லாம் gratitudeன்றதே கிடையாது. They don't seem to realize that it is Emperuman who provides for them. So in that sense, they don't seem to have the gratitude of being a my sodara. Okay, so this there's some additional comments from Annangracharya Swamigal. அவர் என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா, பெண்களோடு அணைந்து சுகத்தை அனுபவிக்க விரும்புதல், that is the lust for women, that is the idea of enjoying pleasures with women, or people who want to do that. So that kind of seeking that kind of a pleasure, தீயோடு அணைந்து விடாய் தீர நினைப்பதையும், விடாய் means thirst. It's kind of like trying to satisfy your thirst by getting very close to a fire. You know that that's not going to satisfy your thirst. And also, it's also like ஆடுகிற பாம்பின் நிழலிலே ஒதுங்கி சுகம் பெற நினைப்பதையும் ஒக்கும் என்பர். So someone who wants to relax, who wants to be comfortable, and so he wants to relax by going to the shade of a snake and lying down there. So that's how much relaxation you will get. So that's your misplaced expectations. That's what he's saying here. ஆடுகிற பாம்பின் நிழலிலே ஒதுங்கி சுகம் பெற நினைப்பதையும் ஒக்கும் என்பர். That's what Anand Swami says. Even in another Tirumozhi, another pasuram of Tirumangai AzhvAr, he talks about these women. He says the women themselves will drive all these people away later. Isi pomin. Isi means chichi. Pomin, to get away from me. Yingu irel men. So they will drive away these men as the men get older, that they're no longer giving them enough money, etc. Irumi ilaiti. All that you do is you cough, you get older, you become emaciated, etc. Ullam kusi ittir. Even you are embarrassed to come near me because you know that you're too old for me, etc. என்று பேசும். அந்த மாதிரிலாம் பேசுவாளாம் வாழ. அவ வந்து they will make this person very embarrassed. குவளை கண்ணியற்பால். So these women who have eyes that are like the flowers. நாசமான பாசம் விட்டு நல்லெறி நோக்கலுரில். That is, if you give up the pleasures that you seek with them, and then you seek the nal neri. Nal neri means nalla neri, the good margam towards salvation, nokkaluril. And then you will go on to say vasam valgu tanturayan vadari manangudume. That is Badrikashramatla ulla Emperumana saving go அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றார். But anyway, I think you'll see that there's many AzhvArs are critical of that, seeking the pleasures of this world, and in specifically Tirumangai AzhvAr is referring to seeking pleasures with women in several pasurams. Okay, now let's get to pasuram number 2. So in pasuram number 2, again, this is going to involve a little bit of talking about the past, that is the pre-Tirumantra Upadesham, and then the post-Tirumantra Upadesham. So here again, he's going to say, I have found the mantram for redemption. That is the Tirumantram. And so here, okay, it goes something like this. Aviye amude yana ninaindurihi avaravar panaimulai thunaya. So here again, he's talking about the time that he wasted by seeking the company of young women. And he talks about how he used to address them because he was so infatuated with them. He thought that they were his entire life. So he says, Aviye amude yana ninaindurihi. அந்த பெண்களோட அவர் டைம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்றச்சே அந்த பெண்கள் கிட்டே சொல்லுவாரா, நீதான் என்னுடைய ஆவி, நீதான் என்னுடைய, யூ ஆர் மை லைஃப் அப்படின்பாராம். அமுதே, யூ ஆர் மை நெக்டர் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி எல்லாம் சொல்லுவாராம். இது ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் அஷ்டபதியில வந்து பிரியே சாருஷீலேன்னு ஒரு அஷ்டபதி ஒண்ணு வந்து, அதுல பகவான் கிருஷ்ணா வந்து ராதா கிட்ட சொல்றார், துவமசி மம பூஷணம், துவமசி மம ஜீவனம், துவமசி மம பவஜலதி அதிரத்னம் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றார். Tvamasi mama bhushanam, you are my ornament. Tvamasi mama jivanam, you are my life. Tvamasi mama bhavajala adhiratnam, you are the supreme jewel of the ocean of my existence. அப்படின்னு அவர் ராதா கிட்ட சொல்றார். அதே மாதிரியான கிட்டத்தட்ட சிமிலர் வார்த்தைகளை நான் வந்து I used it with my women அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றார். ஆவியே அமுதே என நினைந்து, நீங்க தான் என்னுடைய லைஃப், நீங்க தான் என்னுடைய நெக்டர் அப்படின்னு அவகிட்ட சொல்லி அவள் அப்படி நினைச்சுண்டு, and என்ன நினைந்து, so thinking of them that way, that is, you are my life, you are my nectar, thinking thusly, என்ன நினைந்து, உருகி in this case, உருகி means melting, so melting in lust for those young women. So அவர் in this case means many young women, many women. Panai mulai thunaya, so thunai in this case means refuge. I took refuge. Panai means big, periya, mulai means sthanam, so breast or bosom, if you will. So he says, I took refuge in the big bosom of many women. Our panai mulai thunaya. So I was only interested in that, in the physical pleasures with them. Paviyen unarade. So now he's being very critical of himself. Paviyen unarade, the great sinner that I am, I did not realize. So ennatha unaravillai. What did he not realize? So he says, I did not realize what our Jivatma Swarupam is. So remember that when we went through the meaning of the Tirumantram, the Jivatma Swarupam came out in the very first aksharam. Om gra, the Pranama Mantrame, Jivatma Swarupata romba clear-ஆ சொல்லிருக்கு இல்லையா? Akarathirku makaram adimai. What does that mean? That is, the makaram is a servant of the akaram. In other words, the Jivatma is a servant of the Paramatma. Specifically, the Shri accompanied Paramatma, and more specifically, servant only of the Shri accompanied Paramatma, the Shri accompanied Emperman. So that is the Jivatma Swarupam. Swarupam means nature. That is the nature of the Jivatma. And he says that I did not know that at all. இந்த திருமந்திரத்துல எவ்வளவு அழகா ஒரே ஒரு அக்ஷரத்துல அதை எடுத்து சொல்லியிருக்கா. ஜீவாத்மத்தோட சுரூபமே அதுதான். எம்பெருமானுக்கு அடிமையா இருக்கிறது, ஸ்ரீயப்பதியாகிய எம்பெருமானுக்கு அடிமையாக இருக்கிறது, ஸ்ரீயப்பதியாகிய எம்பெருமானுக்கு மட்டுமே அடிமையாக இருக்கிறது. அதுதான் ஜீவாத்ம ஸ்வரூபங்கிறது எப்படி அவ ஒரு அக்ஷரத்துல அழகா எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணியிருக்கா. அந்த மாதிரியான ஞானம் எல்லாம் எனக்கு இல்லவே இல்லையா இந்த சமயத்துல. அது இல்லாம இருந்ததுனால தானே இப்படி நான் பெண்கள் பின்னாடி சுத்தின்னு இருந்தேன் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. பாவியேன் உணராது, this sinner, he didn't realize, and as a result, எத்தனை பகலும் பழுது போய் ஒழிந்தன நாட்கள். எத்தனை பகலும், பகல் means daytime, எத்தனை பகல் means how many daytimes, பழுது போய் were wasted, and ஒழிந்தன means squandered, that நாட்கள் means days. So he's feeling extremely sorry about how many days, how many daytimes, and how many days in general were wasted and squandered away without understanding, without realizing the Jivatma Swarupam, which is contained in that one aksharam. If only I had known the meaning of that one aksharam, he is essentially saying, I did not know the Jivatma Swarupam at that time. I did not know the raison d'etre, the reason for existence of the Jivatma. As a result, I had a very wrong idea about the purpose of life. I just went after the women, he says. Now, this part is beautiful. Here he is going to refer to the Emperman in a kshetram called Tirukudandai or Kumbakonam. So the way he refers to that is this: Tuvisher annam tunayodu punarum sulbunal kudandaye toldu. So he says, Toldu, I worship. So whom does he worship? Sulpunal in Tirukudandai. Kudandai refers to Tirukudandai or Kumbakonam. And that Kumbakonam is Sulpunal. Punal means body of water. So in this case, he's referring to the Kaveri river that goes by the Kumbakonam or Tirukudandai. So Sur means surrounded by. So the water surrounded Tirukudandai. So in Tirukudandai, and he also describes it beautifully. At first, it seems like he's talking about a natural scenery there. It says, Tuvisher annam tunayodu punarum. Annam refers to the swan. So he says there are swans there in the Kaveri. Of course, swans generally like bodies of water. So the annam, Tuvisher. So Tuvisher means, Tuvi means wing. Tuvisher means the swans that have wings. So the winged swans, tunayodu punarum. Tunai means a companion, and punarum means being in union with. So the swans, they are in union with their companions or with their mates in those bodies of water, specifically the Kaveri river in Tirukudandai, that Sulpunal, water surrounded Tirukudandai. Adula ulla Perumala nan toluden, to worship that Emperuman. Now, it's very interesting. This is not a random choice of a kshetram. The Perumal there, Emperuman there, is called Ara Amudan. Ara, what does Ara Amudan means? Is Amudu, he's a nectar. Ara Amudu, it also means insatiable nectar. That is, you can never have enough of him. The more you enjoy him, the more you will want. So that's what the Ara Amudan means. Now, why is that significant? So why is Tirukudandai significant here? Because the name of the Perumal there is Amudan, Ara Amudan, and he is the real Amudam. He is the real nectar. Remember, he was referring to the women as Amudes. He was referring to the young women that he went after as Amudan. So he almost in regret, he now says, you know what, after the Tirumantra Upadesham, I know now that the Emperuman who resides in Tirukudandai, he is the real nectar. Not these young women that I went after. அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ரொம்ப அழகா சொல்றார் அவர். சூழ்புனல் குழந்தையை தொழுது என் நாவினால் உய்ய நான் கண்டு கொண்டேன். அந்த பெருமாளை நான் வர்ஷிப் பண்ண, பெருமாளை நான் சேவிச்சு என் நாவினால் உய்ய means to redeem my atma, நான் கண்டு, that is I have found and embraced. So kandu konden means eduthundengra mariya. So I've embraced it, I have assimilated it. Navinal uyya. So with my tongue, I know with my tongue I can say that till Ashtakshara mantram, and that Ashtakshara mantram will redeem my soul. And then he goes on to say Narayana enum namam, the thing that I have found, the thing that I have embraced and assimilated is the Tirumantram that incorporates the Nama of Narayana, the Tirumantram that contains the name Narayana. Okay, so it's very beautiful. Now, also the reference to Annam. Now, Annam Tunayodu Punarum Sulraravar. I think that's to emphasize the fact. See, Annam, as I'm going to explain on the next page. So, Anna Paravai, that swan is associated with Jnanam. We'll see that later. But Tunayodum Punaram. So, he's almost talking about Emperuman. So, the Annam, think of that Annam as a metaphor for Emperuman, and Tunai, think of that as a metaphor for Sri Devi. So Annam Tunayodu Punarum. So what the AzhvAr is really saying is that Jnaname Uruvana Emperuman, that's what Annam in this particular case means. Jnaname Uruvana Emperuman, the Emperuman who personifies Jnanam, Tunayodum, with Sri Devi, he resides in this water surrounded Tirukudandai. So that's what he is referring to. So he is indirectly indicating that Emperuman is always with Sri Devi, and to that Emperuman I offer my prayer, and with his Tirumantram I am now able to redeem my soul. So that's what he is saying here. Okay. So let's go on to understand a little bit more about the significance of what he is saying. Okay. Now, I think this one I already said, that when I talked about Paviyen Unaradu, the Paviyen Unaradu refers to not knowing the Jivatma Swarupam. So I gave you a pasuram from Amrita Swadhini of Swami Deshikan, where he refers to the meaning of the Om Tirumantram, that Om in Tirumantram, and that particular meaning explains what I just said about the Jivatma Swarupam, Kamalayudan Piriyada Nathanana. So the Emperman who is inseparable from Sri Devi, that Narananakku Adiye Nan. So to that Emperman, this Jivatma is an Adiyen, is a servant. Mattroruvar Kalle, not to anyone else, it says. And then it goes on to say, Shiraninda Shudarbola Tigardaninde. And with this knowledge, I shine in a kind of a glorious effulgence, he says. Anyway, this is the meaning of the Om part of the Tirumantram. And the AzhvAr says that I did not know this in the beginning, and that's why I was going after the women. Paviyen Unarade, the sinner did not know the nature of the Jivatma. Okay. Now, so let's try to understand in some detail the significance of some of the phrases that he is using. Aviye amude yanananendurihin. Remember that the AzhvAr is saying that he was referring to the women that he went after as, oh my life, oh my nectar, Nida ennudaiya avi, Nidan ennudaiya amudam, அப்படின்லாம் நான் அவகிட்ட சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன்னு சொல்றாரு இல்லையோ. It's very interesting because in Thiruvaimozhi, this theme more refers to Thiruvaimozhi. In Thiruvaimozhi, there are two pAsurams in which Sri Nammalvar uses that exact phrase, Aviye amude. And similarly here, you will see in another pAsuram here, Aviye amudeன்னு சொல்றார் அவர். Now, the only difference is Nammalvar is using those expressions. Aviye amudeன்னு அவர் யாரை சொல்றார் அவர்? He's referring to Emperuman. So indirectly, what Tirumangai AzhvAr is saying is that that phrase, that expression, Aviye amude, oh my life, oh my nectar, that applies only to Emperuman. It should not be wasted on young women who are very transient, who are not forever. Emperuman is forever. So that is the significance of his using the phrase Aviye amude, and in fact, specifically to point out that expression should be used only to address Emperuman. Okay, so let's see the meaning of these two pAsurams from Thiruvaimozhi. That they are very beautiful. So in Thiruvaimozhi, there's one pAsuram where Sri Nammalvar says Aviye Aramude. So he's referring to Emperuman. Yennai aludai thuvi ampul udayai. Pul here refers to the bird Garuda. Thuvi, beautiful winged Garuda udayai. So Emperuman, who has that Garuda, and he ennai aludai, you also rule me, Emperuman. Shudar nemiyai. Shudar nemi refers to the chakra or the disc. Shudar means the shiny, the effulgent disc. So he carries that chakra. So he's a chakrapani. So addressing the Emperuman as Aviye, Amude, etc. Sri Nammalvar says, Aviye nenjam pulamba. பலகாலம் கூவியும் காணப்பறேன் உனக்கோலமே. பெருமானே, நான் நீ வான்னு உன்னை பார்க்கணும், என்னோட கண்ணால உன்னுடைய திருமேனியை பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்னு நான் பாட்டு கூவிண்டே இருக்கேனே. கூவிண்டே means to calling. பாவியே நெஞ்சம் புலம்ப, with my heart wailing, he says. என்னுடைய this sinner நெஞ்சம் புலம்ப, என்னுடைய நெஞ்சு புலம்பின்னு இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்றார். My heart is wailing ன்னு சொல்றார். பலகாலம், many times. Kuviyum, even though I kept calling you many times. Kanaparen unakolame. Kolam means farm or tirumeni. Na ivlavvo tharam koottu paathutte swami, aanalum indha kangalala ummaloda tirumeniya paaka mudiyalaye. Eppo umakku karunai vandu enakku ummuடைய திருமேனியை காமிக்க போறேர் அப்படின்னு அழகா சொல்றார் அவர். That's so he uses the phrase Aviye amude in that particular pAsuram. And then in another pAsuram also he says Devimar avar Tirumagal Bhumi eva matru amarar ஆட்செய்வார். மேவிய உலகம் மூன்று அவை ஆட்சி வேண்டு உருவம் நின் உருவம். பாவியேன் தன்னை அடுகின்ற கமல கண்ணதோர் பவளவாய் மணியே. ஆவியே அமுதே அலைகடல் கடைந்த அப்பனே காணுமாறு அருளாய். என்ன சொல்றாருனாக்க, so first he describes Emperuman. So describes Emperuman, he says தேவிமார் ஆவார் திருமகள் பூமி. So எம்பெருமானே, உன் பக்கத்துல ஸ்ரீதேவி இருக்கா, திருமகள் இருக்கா, பூதேவியும் இருக்கா. So you also have பூதேவி by your side. இப்படி ஒரு பிராட்டிக்கு பதிலா ரெண்டு பிராட்டியும் பக்கத்துல இருக்கச்சே அவ எவ்வளவு புருஷாகாரப்படுவா. How much recommendation they will be making for me. In spite of that, நீ எனக்கு உன்னுடைய கருணை காமிக்கலையே அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றா. In spite of that, you're not showing me your form அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு அவர். தேவிமார் ஆவார் திருமகள் பூமி. So those two Devis are near you, and as they give commands, Matru Amara, the Nitya Suris, AzhvAR, they do service to them and to Emperuman. And oh Emperuman, the kingdom that you rule, what is the kingdom that he rules? Maybe a Ulaham Mundre. So all the three worlds, that's the kingdom that you rule. Maybe a Ulaham Mundre Avai Achi. And what is your form? Vendu vendu uruvam nin uruvam. Vendu vendu uruvam. So whatever, so it has two meanings. Whatever you want, that is the form in which you present yourself. And similarly, whatever the Bhagavatas want, that is also the form in which you present yourself. So what form do you have? The answer to that question is whatever. Vendu means want. Vendu vendu. Vanakku enna vendumnu thondradho andha uruvame nee eduthukra. அதே மாதிரி பாகவதா உன்னை எந்த ஃபார்ம்ல பார்க்கணும்னு விரும்புறாளோ அந்த உருவத்தையும் நீ எடுத்துக்கிற அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றார். வேண்டு உருவம் உருவம் பாவியேன் தன்னை அடுகின்ற கமல கண்ணது ஓர் பவளவாய் மணியர். அவரோட திருமேனி ரொம்ப அழகா டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்றார். கமல கண் அப்படிங்கிறார், தாமரை போல கண் இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறார். ஸோ லோட்டஸ் ஐஸ் அப்படிங்கிறார். ஒரு பவளவாய் மணியே அப்படிங்கிறார். யூ ஹேவ் ரெட் கோரல் லிப்ஸ் எம்பெருமான். அப்படி இருக்கிற உங்களுடைய அழகான திருமேனி என்ன பண்றது தெரியுமா? பாவியேன் தன்னை, இந்த பாவி இருக்கேனே நான் என்னை அது அடுகின்றது அப்படிங்கிறது. அடுகின்றதுனாக்கா இட் ஹார்ன்ஸ் மீ, இட் டார்ச்சர்ஸ் மீ அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. ஏன்னா அதை பார்த்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் என்னால சும்மாவே இருக்க முடியல. ஐ வாண்ட் டு see you immediately. அந்த அளவுக்கு அழகா இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. பாவியேன் தன்னை அடுகின்ற கமல கண்ணதோர் பவளவாய் மணியே ஆவியே அமுதே, ஓ மை லைஃப், ஓ மை நெக்டர், அலைகடல் கடைந்த அப்பனே, ஓ ஒன் who churned the ocean of milk, அலைகடல் கடைந்த அப்பனே, ஓ மை ஃபாதர், காணுமாறு அருளாய். நான் உன்னுடைய திருமேனியை பார்க்குற மாதிரி எனக்கு நீ அருள் புரிய மாட்டாயா? Would you arrange it so that I can see your tirumani with my eyes? That's what he says. Okay, but the bottom line is that amude, aviye, amude expressions like that they have meaning. You should not destroy their meaning by using them in the context of beauty that is not eternal, namely the beauty of women or anything else in this Prakriti. Okay, and I've already said that the reason that he chose Tirukudandai, there are two reasons. One is that the Emperuman there is called Aravamudan, but also the AzhvAr has special affinity to Tirukudandai. For example, he has written a Prabandham called Thiruvarukuttirukkai. Remember that when I was giving an introduction to Tirumangai AzhvAr, I said that there is a particular padiham in which, for example, you see this ascending sequence of numbers followed by the descending sequence of numbers, etc. It's a kind of a chitra kavi, it's a pictorial poem, if you will. That whole Prabandham is addressed to the Tirukudandai Perumal, that is the Aravamada Perumal. For example, towards the end of that, you will say, Selvam Malga Ten Tirukudandai. There is the Ten Tirukudandai, which is full of riches. Selvam Malga Ten Tirukudandai, the one in the south, the southern part of India. Andanar Mandara Muriyudan Mananga, where the Brahmins chant the Vedas incessantly and pray to Emperuman. Adu Aravu Amaliyil. So so on the bed of the snake, Aravu, Adu means Adu, Thala, Adu Molyo, Pambu, and the Adu Sulwalolyo, and the Adihindra. So the head of the snake that is waving about Adu Aravu Amaliyil, and the Padukayil, Arituyil Amaranda Paraman, that is he gives a presentation in a Tirukolam, the Kadanda Tirukolam Sulwale, the Adiseshan Mela, Kadanda Tirukolatla, Seva Sadikraravar. So the AzhvAr is referring to that. Nin Adinai Padivan, I will bow at your 2 feet. Varum Idar Agalai, to remove all the sufferings that come toward me. Matro Vinayes, will you not change my karma? That's what he says towards the end of Thiruvarukuttirukkai. But so the idea is that the AzhvAr has a particular affinity to Tirukudandai Peruman. In fact, you will see that in another pasuram later in this particular padiyam that we are covering. Okay, our Panai Mulai Thunaya. So our Panai Mulai Thunaya, remember he said that I took refuge in the big bosom of the women, many women, he says. So that there's a beautiful verse in Bhajagovindam written by Ji Adi Shankara, the Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada, Nari Sthanabhara Nabhi Desham, Drishtva Maga Moha Vesham, Etan Vamsa Vasadi Vikaram, Manasi Vichintaya Varam Varam. So it's a beautiful verse. It's a Nari Sthanabhara Nabhi Desham. So he first talks about the beautiful body of women. He says Nari Sthanam, their sthanams, their navel, etc., all those regions. Drishtva, upon seeing them, Maga, do not get into moha avesham, do not get into a frenzy of lust. Why? Because etana mamsa vasadi vikaram, what you are enamored by is nothing but meat in a different form. Etana mamsa vasadi vikaram, manasi, in your mind, vichintaya, think about this, varam, varam, he says, again and again he says. If you happen to go to a meat shop, for example, you will see all these meats hanging from the ceiling. அப்பெல்லாம் வந்து நீ பார்க்கறச்சே வந்து எவ்வளவு அருவருப்பா இருக்கு, how disgusting it is, நம்ம முகத்தை திருப்பி வச்சுக்கிற. But all when you spend time with in the beauty of women, it's really nothing but that same kind of meat. It's just that it's a nice covering, but other than that, it's meat. So you should not really be fascinated. You should not get into this frenzy of lust, he says. So that's a beautiful pasuram. It talks about how you should not fall for that kind of attractions. And even Tondadi Padiyarvar and Tirumalai, I told you that even in his history, he was doing Pushpa Kainkaryam, and then he stopped it because he was attracted to one Deva Devi, and for some time he was not doing any Pushpa Kainkaryam at all. So then when he did reform, he referred to that particular part of his past life, and he says, Sudanai Kalmanagi Turtarodi Sainda Kalam Madarar Kayarkan Yennum Valayul Pattu Alunduvenai Abdina Sulrara. There was a time when I was a Sudan. Sudan means a deceitful one, which was a cheat. He says, I was a cheat in my earlier times. Kalvanagi, and I was a thief, he says. Turtarodi Sainda Kalam. So Turtar means wicked ones. So Isa in the column means I spent time in the company of those wicked people. And then in addition, Madarar Kayalkan. Kayal means fish. Kayalkan means fish-eyed. The eyes that are as beautiful as fish. Madarar, women. So women whose eyes are as beautiful as fish. Avaloda Kayalkan ennum valayul. See, this is very beautiful. The women have beautiful fish-like eyes. அவ வந்து என்ன அதை ஒரு வலையா யூஸ் பண்ணி, அவளோட கண்ணை ஒரு வலையா யூஸ் பண்ணி, என்ன ஒரு மீன் மாதிரி நினைச்சுட்டு என்ன அவ பிடிச்சுட்டா அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. என்னும் வலையுள் பட்டு. So they use their eyes, the beautiful eyes, as a net to attract this fish, referring to himself. என்னும் வலையுள் பட்டு அழுந்துவேனை. So when I was trapped in that net, போதரே என்று சொல்லி, இங்க வாடா கண்ணா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எம்பெருமான் கூட்டாராம். போதரே is a very beautiful way of calling someone to come near you. Podare endru solli pundiyul pugundu, he entered my heart. Tanpal adaram peruga vaitha, he made the love toward him increase. Adaram peruga vaitha alaganur arangamandre, that beautiful handsome one, he lives in Sri Rangam abdingra mari solraru. But anyway, so this Naichana Sundanam, this self-deprecation, like I said, all the acharyas and arvars have done it. I just wanted to give you one more example. Sri Alavandar, who is an acharya of the Vaishnavite, if you look at the Guru Parampara, you will see Sri Alavandar in that Guru Parampara as well. So he, in his slokam, in his stotram called Stotra Ratnam, so there is one particular slokam number 23, which goes something like this: Naninditam karma tadasti loke Sahasvasho yanna maya vyadhayi soham vipaka vasare mukunda krandami sampratya gatisthavagre அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. ரொம்ப அழகா சொல்றாரு. என்ன சொல்றாருனாக்கா, சுவாமி நீர் வந்து நிறைய உலகத்துல வந்து நிறைய பாவங்கள் இருக்கு, நிறைய விதவிதமான பாவங்கள் இருக்கு. You name any one of them and I can assure you that I have done it at least 1,000 times. So he says there isn't one reprehensible deed in the whole world that has not been committed by me thousands of times. And this is the part that touches your heart. சுவாமி நான் இவ்வளவு தப்பு பண்ணிருக்கேனே, என்ன பாவம்னாலும் சொல்லும் நீர், அதை நான் ஒரு அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு 1000 தரம் பண்ணிருக்கேன் ஓ முகுந்தா. ஆனாக்க இவ்வளவு பாவம் பண்ணிருக்கேனே, அந்த பாவத்தோட கான்சிக்வன்சஸ ஃபேஸ் பண்றதுக்கு எனக்கு தைரியம் வேணும் இல்லையா? I who committed all those sins, I should have the courage to face the consequences of all those sins. But you know what? Just as those deeds start to bear fruit, நான் என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்னா, that very same person who committed all those sins, I'm standing in front of you and crying out helplessly அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு அவர். ஸோ தவ அக்ரேன்னு போட்டிருக்கு இல்லையா? தவ அக்ரே, முன்னாடி நான் நின்னுண்டு கந்தாமி அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு அழகமா. கந்தாமினாக்க என்ன? crying helplesslyன்னு அர்த்தம் சொல்றாரு. என்ன சொல்றாருனாக்க, இவ்வளவு தப்பு பண்ணிட்டு, you know what I'm doing? I'm not facing the consequences like a man. Instead, I'm standing in front of you and crying out helplessly அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. ஸோ அவரே சொல்றாரு, ஒரு ஆச்சாரியர் எப்படி சொல்றாரு. Of course, I used to tell you, and I still hold that to be true. The Arvars and Acharyas, they always had very high expectations of themselves. So when they do Naichyanusandanam, it almost seems like an overstatement, and it probably is overstatement. But when we chant these shlokas, they seem to fit us exactly. Okay. And then on the phrase about the annam, the annaparavai, tuvisera annam, thunayodum punarumnu solraru illiyo, the beautiful winged swan, which is in the company of its mate, abdina araga solraru illiyo, which I said is a metaphor for Emperuman with Sri Devi. So that the annaparavai has been mentioned as an embodiment of knowledge, even in நம்ம வந்து பகவத் தியான சோபானத்திலையும் பார்த்திருக்கோம். நம்ம பிராதுர்பூதம் கனகசரித சைகதே ஹம்ச ஜுஷ்டேன்னு ஒரு இடத்துல ஒரு எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் வரும். அதுல வந்து in talking about Emperuman's feet, he says பிராதுர்பூதம், that Emperuman's feet appeared எங்க? கனகசரித, பொன்னிங்கிற ரிவர் இருக்கே, காவேரி ரிவர், அதனோட சைகதே, on the sand bank of that river appeared. And describing that Punni river and the sandbank, he talks about Hamsa Jushte, where the Hamsa, the swans, lovingly reside. Of course, at that time, I said that Hamsa here refers not only to the swans, but these embodiments of knowledge. And in that case, I refer to the Acharyas. So I said that the Hamsa Jushte simply means that there are many Acharyas who lovingly reside in Sri Rangam. And that's what that Hamsa was referring to in there. But in the case, there's a lot of association between Emperuman and this Annaparavai, because Annam, like I said, is supposed to be an embodiment of knowledge or jnanam. In the mythological bird called Annam or swan, is supposedly able to separate. That is, if you put a mixture of milk and water, then apparently, according to legends, this bird is capable of separating the milk from that mixture and drinking only the milk and leaving the water behind. Okay, so that is the mythological bird. I think today's swans will not be able to do that, but that's just to show that it's able to discriminate between good and bad. That's what this Annam is capable of doing. The connection with Emperuman is this. So there was a time, so Emperuman had given the Vedas to Brahma, and he was asked him to use that as a basis for his Srishti, for his creating the living beings in this world. But then there was a time when that Vedas were stolen from Brahma. Brahma is very good at losing the things that are given to him for safekeeping. So in one of the stories, rendu asuras irundha, Madhu and Kaitabhana solravale, and these two asuras, they stole the Vedas from Brahma and hid it. And then Emperuman then went after these two asuras and retrieved it. And then he came in the form of an Annaparavai, in the form of a swan, Hamsavataramnu solvada. And so he came in the form of that swan and taught Brahma the Vedas again. So that's Tirumangai Alvar in another periya Tirumozhi pasuram refers to that. So then that's the reason that we say that this reference to Annam is actually a reference to Emperuman as well. So there's a reference to that story in this pasuram of periya Tirumozhi. Enna solrarnaka, mun ulahangal ஏழும் இருள் மண்டி உண்ண. That is, once upon a time the Vedas எல்லாம் தொலைஞ்சு போயிட்டு இல்லையோ, அப்போ வந்து உலகத்திலேயே இருள் சூழ்ந்துட்டு இருக்கான், because the ஞானம் has been gone. So the knowledge has been gone. So ajnanam prevailed in this world. So the world became dark, he says. Mun, once upon a time. Ulagangal ஏழும், the 7 worlds, இருள் மண்டி உண்ண, the worlds became very dark, and people couldn't tell the beginning from the end. முதலோடு வீடும் அறியாது. முதல் means the beginning, வீடு means the end. முதலோடு வீடும் அறியாது, because they couldn't tell the beginning from the end. That's how the dark it was. Dark here refers not just to the light, but refers to the lack of knowledge. So it refers to ignorance or ajnanam as well. And then it says, என் இது வந்தது, எப்படி இந்த மாதிரி darkness வந்தது, என்ன இமையோர் திகைப்ப. இமையோர்னாக்க devas or nityasuris. So all the devas and nityasuris are wondering, how did this darkness happen? என் இது வந்தது, என்ன இமையோர் திகைப்ப. எழில் வேதம் இன்றி மறைய. The beautiful Vedas had been lost. Indri Maraya, மறைஞ்சு போயிடுத்ததுகள்லாம், they disappeared. So what did Emperuman do? Pinnum, then again he retrieved it. Vanavarkum Munivarkum Nalhi. That is, he taught it again to the Devas and Munivarkum and to Rishis. And then இருள் தீர்ந்து இவ்வையகம் மகிழ, in this world, Vayyam is world. And for this world to become happy with the ignorance, இருள் தீர்ந்து, with the ignorance gone, இவ்வையம் மகிழ, அன்னம் அது ஆய் இருந்து. So he came in the form of an annam swan. அங்கு அறநூல் உரைத்த. அறநூல் refers to the Vedas. Uரைத்த means he chanted it, he recited it, he taught it. So he taught that dharmic work, which is the Vedas, and that's what Emperuman did. Adu nammai aalum arase, that effulgence, that jnanam, that Emperuman, he's the one who rules us. He's the Lord, he's the King that rules us. Okay, so that's the reason why Emperuman has been referred to as Annam in this line of this particular pasuram. Okay, that was a long explanation for this pasuram. Let's try to chant it. So I'll chant each half line, and then you can chant after me, and then we'll chant the whole pasuram together. Aviye amude yananinaindurhi, Aviye amude yananinaindurhi, avaravar panaimulai thunaya, avaravar panaimulai thunaya, ஆவியேன் உணராதெத்தனை பகலும், ஆவியேன் உணராதெத்தனை பகலும், அழுதுபோய் ஒழிந்தன நாட்கள், அழுதுபோய் ஒழிந்தன நாட்கள், தூவிசேர் அன்னம் துணையொடும் புணரும், தூவிசேர் அன்னம் துணையொடும் புணரும், சூழ்புனல் குடந்தையே தொழுது, சூழ்புனல் குடந்தையே தொழுது, என் ஆவினால் உய்ய நான் கண்டு கொண்டேன், என் ஆவினால் உய்ய நான் கண்டு கொண்டேன், நாராயணா என்னும் நாமம், நாராயணா என்னும் நாமம். Okay, the whole pasuram. ஆவியே அமுதே என நினைந்துருகி, அவரவர் பனைமுலை துணையா, ஆவியேன் உணராதெத்தனை பகலும், அழுதுபோய் ஒழிந்தன நாட்கள், தூவிசேர் அன்னம் துணையொடும் புணரும், சூழ்புனல் குடந்தையே தொழுது, என் ஆவினால் உய்ய நான் கண்டு கொண்டேன், நாராயணா என்னும் நாமம். Okay, and again, I want to remind you that whenever he talks about Narayana Ennum Namam, he's not just referring to that part of the Tirumantram, he's referring to the whole Tirumantram. Okay, now Pasuram number 3. So the Pasuram number 3, so Chemame Vendi. So he says, again, he refers to his past, and he says the past was worse than the dream dreamed by a mute one. That's a very interesting analogy, dreamed by a mute person, the one who cannot talk. So நம்ம தமிழ்ல ஊமைன்னு சொல்லுவோமே, அந்த ஊமையோட கனவை விட என்னோடது வந்து past வந்து மோசமா இருந்தது அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. So my past was worse than the dream dreamed by a mute person. We'll explain what that means, but it's redeemed now because I've been taught the Tirumantram அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு அவர். Okay, so let's go through the pasuram meaning word by word. So he says, Shemame Vendi, Tivinai Periki. So again, he refers to his past life. So he says how bad, he talks about how bad he was of being a Mari Soldaravar. Shemame means, you know the word Kshemam. Kshemam Tamirized is this Shemame, okay? So because you can read it as Kshemame Vendi. So he says, I sought the well-being of myself. Now he's talking specifically about the well-being of the Shariram, not the well-being of the Atma, okay? So Kshemame Vendi, he says, I was seeking the well-being only of my Shariram, and in the process, because he didn't have knowledge of the Atma, and he didn't have knowledge of the Jivatma Swarupam, etc. And so as a result of that, since he was focused only on his Shariram, Ti Vinay Perukki. Ti Vinay means evil deeds. Perukki means accumulated. That is, I did many of them. So Ti Vinay Perukki. So I accumulated evil deeds. That is, I did many evil deeds over and over again, he says. And then he says, Therivaimar Uruvame Marivi. Therivaimar again refers to women, young women. So it turns out that in Tamil, I told you that Tamil literature is very rich. So in Tamil literature, actually, there are many words that you see here at the bottom right. Here it says Pedai, Pedumbai, Mangai, Madandai, Arivai, Terivai, Perilampan. So these denote different ages of girls or women. So the Pedai refers to young girls of a certain age range. Pedumbai refers to the next higher age range. Mangai is slightly higher, Madandai is slightly higher, etc. So in that sense, but you can think of it as a generic word for young women. So even though if you go by the pure technical meaning, Terivamar may refer to people who are in the age group 25 to 32, for example. But if you should think of it more as a generic expression that refers to young women. Terivamar Uruvame Marivi. So Uruvam refers to their physique or their forms. Uruvame Marivi. So I desiring only that the physical beauty of the young women. So because I was going after the well-being of my Shariram, so you can see that again in Pasuram number 3 refers to his past of spending too much time with seeking the pleasures with women. Terivema Uruvame Marivi. And in the process, his past is so bad that he doesn't even want to talk about it. That's how bad his past is. And so in that context, he's going to refer to Umanar Kanda Kanavilum Pardai. Umanar refers to Umai, or people who cannot talk, who are mute. Umanar Kanda Kanavilum. Umayin Kanavai Yar Arivar, Abdin Tamil or Cinema Pato Nurke. But in a way, it's referring to that. Umanar Kanda Kanavilum Pardai. ஒரு ஊமை வந்து கனவு காண்றான்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. So if a mute person has a dream, so for example, he has a dream. So let's say in his dream, he goes to Hawaii and has beautiful, he spends a beautiful time there. Now, normally when you have that wonderful experience, when you describe that to your friends, when you talk about it with people that you love, that pleasure multiplies, right? So, but then this is a mute person. He's not going to be able to do that. He's not going to be able to multiply his pleasure by talking about that good experience he had, either in the dream or in real life. So in that sense, the dream of a mute person is somewhat limited in the sense that it does not allow you to have the pleasure of discussing it with the people around you. However, so in that sense, it is flawed. Paludainu solrarava. Paluduna annartham, paludunaka, wasted அப்படிங்கிற அர்த்தம். It's almost like saying that dream is wasted because he's not able to share it with the people he loves and thereby multiply his pleasure. So அதனால அது பழுதாருது அப்படிங்கிறார். பழுதாருதுனாக்க it's wasted. But at least one thing, that umai, that mute person, will be able to relive that dream or experience in his mind over and over again, and he will at least be able to make himself happy. He may not be able to share that joy with the people around him. So in that sense, the dream may be wasted, but to the extent that he is able to relive that experience over and over again in his mind, that dream is not so wasted. But his past, the AzhvAr's past, he says, is worse than that mute person's dream, because not only is he not able to talk about it with the people around him, Why? Why is he not able to talk about it with the people around him? Because he's too embarrassed to talk about it. So in the case of the mute person, he is physically unable to talk about it. In the case of the AzhvAr, he's not able to talk about it because he's not proud of it. He is too embarrassed about it. So in that sense, it's as wasted. So that experience of the past is wasted because he's not able to talk about it. And more than that, unlike the mute person who is at least able to relive that experience over and over again in his mind and feel some happiness, the AzhvAr is not able to do that because he knows that that was wrong. What he did in the past was wrong. So he's not able to go through that experience in his mind over and over again and relive that joy, because now in his new perspective, that is not joy at all. That was just wasted time. So therefore he says, my past is worse than the dream of a mute person. Umanar kanda kanavilum parudai, ஒழிந்தன கழிந்த அந்நாட்கள். ஒழிந்தன means squandered away. கழிந்த அந்நாட்கள், those days that have gone by. கழிந்த means that have gone by. So those days that have gone by were squandered away, and they are worse than the dream of a mute person. And now he says, Kamanar Tadai Nammudai Adigal. Kamanar refers to Manmadan because he's the love god, right? Kamam refers to love. Kamanar refers to the love god, namely this Manmadan. Manmadan is supposed to be the son of Emperuman. So Kamanar Tadai means Manmadan's dad, that is Emperuman. And he says that Emperuman who is Nammudai Adigal. So Nammudai Adigal means he is our Swami. Nammudai Adigal, Nammudaya Swami, our Lord, that Emperuman who happens to be the Kamanar Tadai. You see, Kamanar, the Manmadan himself is supposed to be beautiful. And what the AzhvAr says is, if Manmadan is so beautiful, obviously his father, the Emperuman, will be very beautiful too, right? And it is that beauty, not these young women's beauty, that I should have gone after. அந்த எம்பெருமானுடைய திருமேனியோட அழகு இருக்க, அந்த எவ்வளவு அழகா இருக்கும். அது மன்மதனே எவ்வளவு அழகுனாக்க, மன்மதனோட தந்தையாகிய எம்பெருமான், அவருடைய ஃபாதர் ஆகிய எம்பெருமான், அவரோட அழகு எவ்வளவு அழகா இருக்கும். அந்த அழகனா அதுதானே நான் ரசிச்சிருக்கணும். Instead, I went after this very transient beauty of the women. எவ்வளவு தப்பு பண்ணிட்டேன் பார்த்தேடா அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. That is the real beauty. The Emperuman's beauty is the real beauty that I should have gone after அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு அவர். காமனார் தாதை நம்முடைய அடிகள் தம் அடைந்தார் மனத்திருப்பார். You see, these women that I went after, they were after money. So they were after us, okay, buy me this jewelry, buy me this perfume, buy me this clothing, அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி. So they were not interested in me per se. On the other hand, this Emperuman, in addition to being more beautiful than these women, தம் அடைந்தார் மனத்து இருப்பார். அவர் இந்த விமன் மாதிரி இல்லை. அவர் சீப்போ அப்படிலாம் சொல்ல மாட்டார். அவர் நீ உனக்கு வயசாயிடுத்து, நீ எனக்கு ஜுவல்லரி வாங்கல, அதனால நீ என்கிட்ட இருக்காது அப்படிலாம் சொல்ல மாட்டார். அவர் தம்மடைந்தார் மனத்திருப்பார். Whoever has surrendered to him, he will be in their hearts. தம்மை அடைந்தவர்களுடைய மனத்தில் இருப்பார். தம்மடைந்தார் மனத்திருப்பார். அவர், so see, now you can see there are two reasons why she says he should have gone after Emperuman. Emperuman's beauty is a real one. It's eternal beauty. It's much better than the beauty of the women. And secondly, the women may spurn me after some time if I don't have the money, if I get old, etc. But Emperuman is never going to spurn me. தம்மடைந்தார் மனத்திருப்பார். அப்படிப்பட்ட எம்பெருமான் இருக்கார் இல்லையா? ஸோ அவருடைய நாமம் உள்ள திருமந்திரத்தை நான் தெரிஞ்சுட்டேன். நான் அது என்னை உய்ய வைக்க போறது. இட்ஸ் கோயிங் டு ரிடீம் மை ஆத்மான்னு அழகா சொல்றார். அவர் நாமம் நான் உய்ய நான் கண்டு கொண்டேன். So I have found, I have assimilated, I have retained, I have embraced that Tirumantram. And so that the Narayana என்னும் நாமம், that Tirumantram which features this namam, this name called Narayana. Okay, so it's very beautiful. Again, after referring to his past and then using an analogy which is quite interesting, then he refers to Emperuman. So he could have referred to the Emperuman in other ways, but by saying Kamanar Tadai, he brings out the fact that Emperuman is beautiful, and that is the beauty that he should have gone after. And then by saying Tammadindar Manathirupar, he's saying that unlike these women who might spurn me, this Emperuman never spurns the adiyars. Okay, so it's a very beautiful pasuram. Okay, so the past was worse than the dream dreamed by a mute one. but I am redeemed now, is what he says. Okay, so in terms of some elaboration, so Tivinai Perikki, so அவர் என்ன சொல்றாருனாக்க சேமமே வேண்டி, I was only worried about my physical well-being, my sharirams well-being. So Tivinai Perikki, so I kept on doing many evil deeds, one after another. Now there is one particular padigam later, which is actually a Mangala Shasanam of the Tiruvenkadamudayan, Periya Tirumozhila, padigam number 1.9. That whole padigam is kind of like an Aichana Sundanam. So even though he keeps surrendering to Tiruvenkadamudayan towards the end of every pasuram, the first part of every pasuram, he will refer to his past and say, oh my God, how bad I was. For example, he's going to say, so these are excerpts from that particular padigam. That padigam is really a Mangala Shasanam of Tiruvenkadamudayan. He says, for example, Mane Kanmadavar Mayakil Pattu Manilattu Nane Nana with an Araham Pugum Pavam Seiden, a bigger Marisula. Nasulta see, when describing women, people use various analogies. Oh, the eyes are like fish, the eyes are like spear, and the Marla Solrado. Ivar enna solrar, Mane Kanmadavar, Man Mari Irkaman Kanade, Mane Kanmadavar, the deer like eyes that the women have. Already a mayakil, so they in their mesmerizing looks, but I got trapped. Manilathu on this big earth, Nane Nana with a Naragam Pugum Pavam Saiden, Permane, எவ்வளவு விதமான நரகம் இருக்குன்னு சொல்றாளே, அந்த எல்லா நரகங்களுக்கும் I qualify for admission to every one of those naragams அப்படிங்கிறாங்க. நானே நானாவித நரகம் புகும் பாவம் செய்தேன். எவ்வளவு நரகங்கள் இருக்கோ ஒவ்வொன்றுத்துக்கும், no matter how strict their admission criteria is, I easily fulfill all of those requirements அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. ரொம்ப கேட்கறதுக்கு ஒரு பரிதாபமா இருக்கும். முகுந்த மாலையில குலசேகர ஆழ்வார் சொல்றார், நாகம் வந்தே தவச்சரணையோ துவந்தம் அத்வந்த ஹேதோ. அவர் முகுந்த மாலையில ஒரு ஸ்லோகத்தை சொல்றார், சுவாமி நான் அகம் வந்தே தவச்சரணையோ, உன்னோட காலில் நான் வணங்குறேனே, I pray at your feet. அது எதுக்குன்னு சொல்றேன், ஆக்சுவலா எதுக்காக வேண்டி இல்லைங்கிறது நான் சொல்றேன். So let me first give you all the non-reasons for why I am praying at your feet. Na aham vande tavacharanayo. He gives all the non-reasons for why. These are not the reasons why I am praying at your feet. முதல்ல என்ன சொல்றார், கும்பி பாகம் குருமபி ஹரே நாரகம் நாபநேதம். இந்த கும்பி பாகம்னு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப மோசமான நரகம்னு ஒண்ணு இருக்காமே, அந்த நரகத்துக்கு போகக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு எனக்கு ஆசை. பட் அதுக்காக வேண்டி நான் உங்கள்கிட்ட நான் ப்ரே பண்ணல அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு அவர். அந்த மாதிரி கும்பி பாகத்துக்கு கூட நான் குவாலிஃபை பண்ணுவேன் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி திருமங்கை ஆழ்வார் சொல்றாரு. பட் anyway, to complete that the slogan that I was referring to, கடைசியில் அவர் அழகா சொல்றாரு, எதுக்காக என்ன, the real reason that I want, that I am praying to you, Perumane, is bhave bhave hridaya bhavane bhavayeyam bhavantam. Bhave bhave, in birth after birth, hridaya bhavane, in the residence of my heart, bhavayeyam bhavantam. ஒன்ன நான் நினைக்கணும், I should think of you and keep it in the residence of my heart. அதுக்கு தான் நான் ப்ரே பண்றேனே தவிர எனக்கு இந்த கும்பி பாகம் வேண்டாம், அது வேண்டாம், இது வேணும் அதுங்கிறதுக்காண்டி நான் அவனை ப்ரே பண்ணல அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ரொம்ப அழகா சொல்றாரு. எனவே இந்த கும்பி பாகம்ங்கிற பெரிய நரகத்துக்கும் I qualify அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. ஏன்னா நானே நானாவித நரகம் புகும் பாவம் செய்தேன் அப்படிங்கிறார். And then also this is Tirumangai Azhvar talking, கொன்றேன் பல்லுயிரை, I've killed many lives, he says. Kurikol ஒன்றில்லாமையா, because I didn't have any purpose in life, he says. But that was before I acquired the knowledge of Tirumantram. என்றேனும் இறந்தார்க்கு, எப்போவாவது ஒருத்தர் என்கிட்ட ஒரு தயவு பண்ணு சுவாமி, எனக்கு தயவு பண்ண மாட்டேளா அப்படின்னு கேட்டாள்னாக்க, if they seek my mercy, if they seek an act of kindness from me, இனிதாக உரைத்தறியேன். Not only did I not do what they asked me to do, இனிதாக உரைத்தறியேன். I did not even give them sweet words. சீப்போர் அப்படின்னு விரட்டி அடிச்சிருக்கேனே தவிர இனிதாக உரைத்தறியேன் அப்படின்னு தன்னை ரொம்ப நொந்துக்கிறார் அவர். He is very critical of himself. என்றேனும் இறந்தார்க்கு இனிதாக உரைத்தறியேன் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றார். அதே மாதிரி இன்னொரு பாசுரத்துல என்ன சொல்றார், எப்பாவும் பலவும் இவையே செய்து பாவம் பாவமாவே பண்ணிண்டு இலை தொழிந்தேன், நான் துரும்பா போயிட்டேன் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. I became emaciated. துப்பா means ஓ சர்வசக்தனே, நின் அடியே தொடர்ந்து ஏத்தவும் that is to sing in praise of your திருவடி கிற்கின்றிலேன், அதுக்கு கூட எனக்கு சக்தி இல்லை அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றார். செப்பார் தென்வரை சூழ் திருவேங்கட மாமலை, பெரிய மலைகள்லாம் சூழ்ந்த திருவேங்கடத்துல இருக்கியே என் அப்பா, வந்தடைந்தேன் அடியேனை ஆட்கொண்டுள்ளேன். அந்த அப்பான்னு சொல்றது ரொம்ப அழகா இருக்கும். செப்பார் தென்வரை சூழ் திருவேங்கட மாமலை, என் அப்பா, என் அப்பனே வந்து அடைஞ்சிட்டேன்ப்பா, ஃபைனலி வந்தடைந்தேன் அடியேனை ஆட்கொண்டுள்ளேன். என்ன நீ won't you take me into your fold, என்னை நீ ஆட்கொள்ள மாட்டாயா, என்ன ஒரு சேவகனா ஏத்துக்க மாட்டாயா அப்படின்னு ரொம்ப பரிதாபமா கேட்கிறாரு அவர். But anyway, I just wanted to mention that in the தீவினை பெருக்கி, I've done several misdeedsங்கிற அந்த கான்செப்ட் வந்து he elaborates on it in great detail in many other pAsurams in பெரிய திருமொழி. That's how critical he has been of his past. Okay. And I already told you about this Therivai-mar uruvame marivir. I thought I was only enamored by the beautiful form or the physique of these beautiful women, and also the reference to this Manmadan's dad, Nammudai Adigar, Nammudai Lord. See, this Manmadan's father, I told you, so the implied meaning is that his beauty is greater than anyone else's. அதை வந்து அழகா ஸ்ரீ ஆண்டாள் வந்து நாச்சியார் திருமலையில எவ்வளவு அழகா சொல்றா தெரியுமா? எழிலுடைய அம்மனை மீர் நாச்சியார் திருமலையர் சொல்றா. இல்ல அந்த அழகர்ங்கிற வார்த்தை எவ்வளவு தூரம் வருதுன்னு பாருங்களேன். எழிலுடைய அம்மனை மீர் என் அரங்கத் இன்னமுதர் குழல் அழகர், வாய் அழகர், கண் அழகர், கொப்பூழில் எழுகமல பூ அழகர், எம்மானார் என்னுடைய கடல் வளையை தாமும் கடல் வளையை ஆக்கினரே. ஸோ மாமிகளை அம்மனை மீனாக்க ஒரு தாய்மார்களே, ஒரு லேடிஸ் ஆஃப் த ஹவுஸ், இந்த ஸ்ரீரங்கத்துல இருக்கான இந்த இன்ன அமுதர், தட் நெக்டர் எவ்வளவு அழகுன்னு தெரியுமா உங்களுக்கு? உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஐடியாவே இல்லையே. குழல் அழகர், அவரோட தலை குழல் வந்து எவ்வளவு அழகா இருக்கு. வாய் அழகர், அவரோட செக்கச்செழியல்னு அவரோட வாயை பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? எவ்வளவு பியூட்டிஃபுல் ஹி இஸ். கண் அழகர், அதுவும் செங்கமலம், அதுவும் சிவப்பு தாமரை மாதிரி இருக்குமே கண்ணு, அந்த அழகை பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? இவ்வளவு அழகா இருப்பார். குப்பூரில் எழுகமல பூ அழகர், அவருடைய நாபிலேந்து ஒரு தாமரை பூ எழுந்து வர்றதே, அது எவ்வளவு அழகா இருக்கு. அதை நீங்க ரசிச்சிருக்கீங்களா? எம்மானார் எவ்வளவு அழகா அவரை பார்த்த உடனே அவர் கூட சேர்ந்திருக்கணும்னு எனக்கு தோன்றுதே. அதனால அவர் சேராம இருக்கிறதுனால நான் ரொம்ப அழைச்சு போயிட்டேனே. So I've become very emaciated. I've become very thin because I'm not in union with him, and as a result my bangles have become loose and they have fallen off. கடல் வளையை தாமும் கடல் வளையே ஆக்கினரேன்னு அழகா பண் சொல்றார். கடல் வளையங்கிறது கைண்ட் ஆஃப் வளை. அந்த வளையை வந்து கழண்டு விழுகின்ற வளையாக ஆக்கிட்டார் அவர். என் கையிலேருந்து அது விழற மாதிரி ஆக்கிட்டார். என்ன? பிகாஸ் ஐ பிகம் வெரி தின். பட் ஆனா எவ்வளவு அழகா, என்ன அழக சொல்லவே முடியாது அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. ஸோ சில சமயங்கள்ல இந்த பாசுரத்தை படிக்கிறச்சு எனக்கு தோணும், எம்பெருமானோட அழகு பெருசா அல்லது அந்த அழக ஸ்ரீ ஆண்டாள் வர்ணிக்கிறாளே அந்த அழகு பெருசா அப்படின்னு ஒரு பட்டிமன்றமே வைக்கலாம் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி தோணும். குழல் அழகர், வாய் அழகர், கண்ணழகர், குப்பூழில் எழுகமல பூ அழகர்னு ரொம்ப அழகா சொல்றாரு. பட் திருமங்கையாழ்வார் சொல்றாரு, அவ்வளவு பெரிய அழகனாக்கும் நம்முடைய எம்பெருமான். அந்த அழகனோட அழகுல நான் மயங்காம இந்த பொண்களோட அழகுல போய் மயங்கிருக்கேனே, what are the wasted past அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு அவர். So anyway, moving on. ஊமனார் கண்ட கனவிலும் பழுதாய் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றார். The ஊமைகளோட கனவுகளோட, even the dreams of the mute ones, or the experiences of the mute ones, so they are wasted, but even more wasted was my past life அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றார். So again, other Azhvars have also felt very bad about how they wasted their lives. முதல் திருவந்தாதியில பொய்கை ஆழ்வார், முதல் ஆழ்வார் என்ன சொல்றாருனாக்க, பழுதே பல பகலும் போயின என்று அஞ்சி அழுதேன், அரவணை மேல் கண்டு தொழுதேன், கடல் ஓதம் காலலைப்ப கண் வளரும் செங்கண் அடல் ஓத வண்ணரடி. So இப்ப நான் சேஞ்ச் ஆயிட்டேன். I've changed now, and now I'm praying at எம்பெருமான்'s feet. இப்ப எப்படின்னாக்க அரவணை மேல், that is on the bed of the snake, கண்டு தொழுதேன், I saw எம்பெருமான் and தொழுதேன், I worshipped him. கடல் ஓதம், ஓதம்னாக்க அலை, கடல் அலை கால் அலைப்ப, with the waves of the ocean gently caressing his feet. கண் வளரும், he sleeps on that snake bed. செங்கண் அடல் ஓத வண்ணர் அடி, இந்த அடல் ஓத கடல் வண்ணர் மாதிரி இருக்கான, the one who is ocean hued, அவனோட திருவடியில வந்து நான் தொழுதேன் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றார். செங்கண், the one who has red eyes, the one who has blue hued complexion. அவருடைய திருவடியில் நான் இப்போ வந்து தொழுறேன். I'm worshiping him now. But you know what? In the past, I didn't do any of that at all. So அதனால நான் வந்து எனக்கு வந்து நான் நிறைய அழறேன் இப்போ. I am wailing because பழுதே பல பகலும் போயின. எத்தனை நாட்களை நான் வேஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன். பழுதே மீன்ஸ் வேஸ்ட், பல பகலும் மெனி டேஸ் போயிடுத்தே அப்படின்னு அஞ்சு பயந்து நான் அழறேன் தெரியுமா அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றேன். இப்போ சேஞ்ச் ஆயிட்டேன், பட் எவ்வளவு நாளை வேஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன், அந்த நாட்கள்லாம் திரும்பி வருமா அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ரொம்ப அழகா சொல்றாரு அவர். இது வந்து இது இஸ் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங். வால்மீகி ராமாயணத்துல ஒரு இடத்துல வந்து ஸ்ரீராமன் வந்து அவர் வந்து சீதையை பத்தி அவர் கஷ்டப்பட்டு இருக்கார், சீதையை பிரிஞ்சு கஷ்டப்படுறார். இது வந்து யுத்த காண்டத்துல வருது. யுத்த காண்டத்துல you know that the Sri Rama along with the army of monkeys, so he wants to go to Lanka to fight Ravana and bring back Sita Devi. So they are camped on the bank of the ocean. So they still haven't crossed the ocean. So then this is even before Vibhishana Sharanagati. So appo vandu enna so he has a private moment with Lakshmana. So in the private moment with Lakshmana, அது வந்து என்ன சொல்றாருனாக்க, அவர் வந்து சொல்றாரு, லக்ஷ்மணா நான் வந்து ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்படுறேன், நான் வந்து ரொம்ப பிரிஞ்சு நான் வந்து சீதை பிரிஞ்சு ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்படுறேன், I miss her very much அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. This is a very beautiful sargam in Valmiki Ramayana. ஏன்னா அந்த சொல்றச்சே தான் அவர் வந்து சொல்வார். For example, he will say things like, oh Katre, oh wind, won't you please blow on Sita Devi first and then come and blow on me so that I will feel like I am touching her அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ரொம்ப அழகா சொல்லுவார். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பியூட்டிஃபுல் ஸ்லோகம். அப்புறம் சொல்லுவார் அவர் வந்து, you know, when I see the moon, I realize that Sita may be looking at that same moon as well. And with both of us looking at the same moon, I feel satisfied as if I'm looking at her eyes. It's very romantic. So when I lie on the ground, I realize இதே பூமா தேவியோட மடியில தானே அவளும் படுத்துட்டு இருக்கா இப்போ அப்படின்னு நினைச்சுப்பேன். அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறச்சே வந்து எனக்கு ஒரு புல்லரிக்கும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. So then I feel close to her, I feel connected to her அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரிலாம் அழகா சொல்றாரு இந்த சர்க்கம்ல. But anyway, இந்த சர்க்கம்ல வந்து so he describes to Lakshmana how much he misses Sita Devi. So there's one particular slokam that I want to bring to your attention, because here he talks about a past being wasted, okay, and how a past that is gone is not going to come back. And at first it's a little bit difficult to understand, because what he says name dukham priya dure name dukham riteti cha etad evanu shochami vayosya hyati vartate அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. So என்ன சொல்றாருனாக்க, name dukham priya dure, என்னுடைய my priya, my beloved, she is dure, she is far away from me. And you would think that ought to make me sad. And he says, I am sad, yes, but I'm not sad because she is far away from me. He says, nah. So he says, that's not true. So there's no anguish to me, there is no dukham to me, because my priya, my beloved, is far away. And you would think, oh my goodness, really? I thought he was missing Sita. But yes, he does miss Sita. But you know, I'm not worried that she is far away. It's almost as if to say, because I know that I will get her back. So you see, that's how you should read it. I'm not worried, I'm not sad that she is away from me, because I know that I will get her back. And similarly, he says, name dukham, so name dukham hruteti cha அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றார். So it means no anguish to me that she was taken away either, because I know that I will get her back அப்படிங்கிற அர்த்தத்துல சொல்றார். So Pina, what exactly saddens me? What exactly gives me dukham? அதை எப்படி சொல்றாருனாக்க, etad devanu shochami vayosya hyati vartate. The only thing that saddens me, Lakshmana, is that her age is indeed passing away. Apna enartham, what exactly does he mean by that? Avena solrarnaka, oh Lakshmana, look at the days that have gone by, that in which I was not able to spend time with Sita Devi at all. Those days are not going to come back. Those days are not going to come back for me to enjoy them again with Sita. And that's what bothers me the most. Sita, I will get back. And therefore, I'm not worried about Sita. But the days that have gone by without my enjoying those days with her, those days are not going to come back for me to enjoy in her presence. And that's what saddens me, because a day that has gone by is not going to come back. So it's a very beautiful, it's difficult to understand at first, but now that it's been explained, hopefully you understand it. So அவர் என்ன சொல்றாருனாக்க, போன நாட்கள் வந்து திரும்பி வராது. அந்த போன நாட்கள் வந்து சீதாதேவியோட அனுபவிக்காத நாட்கள் இல்லையா, அந்த நாட்களை திரும்பி வரவழைச்சு அதை சீதையோட என்ஜாய் பண்ண முடியுமா என்னால? முடியாது இல்லையா? அதை நினைச்சுட்டு நான் வருந்துறேன் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றேன். So once again it goes to show ஒழிந்தன கழிந்தவன் நாட்கள். So the days that are gone by are irretrievably lost அப்படிங்கிற அர்த்தத்துல சுவாமி ஸ்ரீ ராம சொல்றார் அவர். And there's a beautiful song in English. You know, there's a music group called Kansas, and there's a beautiful song called Dust in the Wind. If you go to YouTube and then do a search for this phrase, Dust in the Wind, you will probably, the first hit will probably be this song. You should listen to that song. It's very beautiful, both in melody and also in words. So for example, it says, I close my eyes only for a moment, and the moment's gone. That's how precious each moment is. You see, the moment when you blink, yes, it's only for a moment, but that moment in which you blinked, that moment is not going to come back at all. Okay, so it's called, the song is called Dust in the Wind, because the song will go on to say, all we are is dust in the wind. Now I kind of think that is very that is in sync with our philosophy, because if you think about dust particles in the wind, dust particles in the wind, they don't have the freedom to move about on their own. They're not independent, right? They're just being carried away by the wind, right? And so are jivatmas. We are not swatantras, right? We are paratantriyas. We depend on Emperuman. So that the moment you think that you are a swatantra, that you have the independence, you can do anything you want, you really have gone away from Tirumantram and all of the Sri Vaishnavite philosophy. But so in that sense, the jivatmas are very much like dust in the wind. Okay, and the song has beautiful phrases to bring that concept to your mind. Anyway, so it's a very beautiful song. If you can listen to it, then I think you will enjoy it. Okay, Tammadindar Manattirupar, that phrase is a very important one. Its significance is that the women that I went after, they would spurn me if I didn't have the money, or if I got too old for them, etc. But Emperuman is never like that. He never spurns me at all. Tammadindar Manattirupar, whoever surrenders to him, whoever thinks of him, he will reside in their heart. So அதைத்தான் வந்து முதல் திருவந்தாதி, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திருவந்தாதியில பொய்கை ஆழ்வாரும் அதைத்தான் சொல்றார். அவர் என்ன சொல்றார்? உளன் கண்டாய் நல் நெஞ்சே. So he's talking to his mind, he's talking to his heart. And sometimes people will refer to their heart as பேதை நெஞ்சே, oh you ignorant நெஞ்சே அப்படின்னு, oh ignorant mind அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி. But இதுல வந்து பொய்கை ஆழ்வார், he says, oh good heart, he says, நல் நெஞ்சே, உளன் கண்டாய் நல் நெஞ்சே, உத்தமன் என்றும் உளன் கண்டாய், உள்ளுவார் உள்ளத்து உளன் கண்டாய். So this part, உள்ளுவார் உள்ளத்து உளன் கண்டாய், that's exactly what is தம்மடைந்தார் மனத்திருப்பார். Then it goes on to say, வெள்ளத்தில் உள்ளானும் வேங்கடத்து மேயானும் உள்ளத்தின் உள்ளான் என்று ஓர் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றாங்க. என்ன சொல்றாரு? உளன் கண்டாய் நல் நெஞ்சே, oh my good heart, know that he is there. உளன் கண்டாய், know that he is there. அவன் இருக்கிறான், உளன் means இருக்கிறான், கண்டாய் know this. So அவன் இருக்கிறான், நம்மளை காப்பாத்துறதுக்கு அவன் இருக்காங்கிறத நீ புரிஞ்சுக்கோ. So know that he is there. He is there to protect us. உளன் கண்டாய் நல் நெஞ்சே, உத்தமன் என்றும் உளன் கண்டாய். That Purushottaman என்றும், always உளன் கண்டாய், is there to protect us. Where is he? உள்ளுவார் உள்ளத்து. உள்ளுவார் means those who think of him. அவளோட உள்ளத்துல, in their mind, in their hearts, உளன் கண்டாய், அவன் இருக்கான்னு பார்த்து அதெல்லாம் தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுக்கோ. And he's not just any ordinary one. வெள்ளத்தில் உள்ளானும், இந்த பார்க்கடல்ல பள்ளி கொண்டிருக்கானே, the one who is sleeping on that திருப்பார்க்கடல், he is the same one who has taken the trouble to come and reside in your heart. வெள்ளத்தில் உள்ளானும் உள்ளத்தின் உள்ளான், he is the same one. The வெள்ளத்துல இருக்கிறவன் தான் உன்னோட உள்ளத்திலயும் இருக்கான். அதன் என்ன தெரிஞ்சுக்கோது. And know how fortunate you are. அதே மாதிரி வேங்கடத்து மேயானும், திருவேங்கட மலையில இருக்கானே, the one who resides on the 7 hills of திருவேங்கடம், அவன் தான் உன்னோட உள்ளத்துல இருக்கான். அது நல்லா தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுக்கோ அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ரொம்ப அழகா சொல்றார். வெள்ளத்தில் உள்ளானும் வேங்கடத்து மேயானும் உள்ளத்தின் உள்ளான் என்று ஓர் means know this, unarvayaga, ஆராய்ந்து தெரிந்து கொள்வாயாக, learn this, get to know this, deal with this, etc., or internalize this, etc. Okay, it's a beautiful pasuram. Again captures the fact tammadendar manattirupar. Okay, so let's try to chant this. Shemame vendit vinai verukki, Shemame vendit vinai verukki, தெரிவைமார் உருவமே மருவே, தெரிவைமார் உருவமே மருவே, ஊமனார் கண்ட கனவிலும் பழுதாய், ஊமனார் கண்ட கனவிலும் பழுதாய், ஒழிந்தன கழிந்த அந்நாள்கள், ஒழிந்தன கழிந்த அந்நாள்கள், காமனார் தாதை நம்முடைய அடிகள், காமனார் தாதை நம்முடைய அடிகள், தம்மடைந்தார் மனத்திருப்பார், தம்மடைந்தார் மனத்திருப்பார், நாமம் நான் உய்ய நான் கண்டு கொண்டேன், நாமம் நான் உய்ய நான் கண்டு கொண்டேன், நாராயணா என்னும் நாமம், நாராயணா என்னும் நாமம். The whole pasuram together. Chemame vendit vinai verukki, தெரிவைமார் உருவமே மருவே, ஊமனார் கண்ட கனவிலும் பொழுதாய், கனவிலும் பழுதாய், ஒழிந்தன கழிந்த வண்ணாட்கள், காமனார் தாதை நம்முடைய அடிகள், தம்மடைந்தார் மனத்திருப்பார், நாமம் நான் உய்ய நான் கண்டு கொண்டேன், நாராயணா என்னும் நாமம். Okay, that is pasuram number 3. So let me see if I can quickly explain the meaning of pasuram 4, and then I'll stop there just in 2 or 3 minutes. So here he's going to say, Vendriye Vendi Velpurutkirangi. He's going to say that I'm saved by that Varaha Swami, the one who took the Varaha Avataram. And he's also the one, so he gave us the Charma Slokam there. He's also the one who saved me by teaching me, by doing an Upadesham of Tirumantram. So he says, Vendriye Vendi. So he says, I went after Vetri. Vendri means Vetri. Vendriye Vendi, I sought success only. Veelpurutku Irangi. Again, he's talking about his past and how bad he was, how poor his judgment was. He only went after success. He didn't have the stomach to tolerate these failures in life. That's what he says. If you read the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavad Gita says you must have equanimity. You should treat success and failure the same way. The AzhvAr says he didn't have that kind of perspective. I only cared about success, and I was willing to do anything to ensure success. So I sought success only. Veelpurutku Irangi. So I desired Veelpurul. Purul means vastus. Veelpurul, Veelhindra Purul, things that die. So things that don't last forever, material things that are transient. Veelpurutku Irangi. So desiring the things that are not eternal, things that are only transient. Veil kanar kalaviye kardi, veil pondra kandalai udaya pengalin uravaye kardi ninaitu. It means I thought only about the physical, about the union with the women whose eyes are like spears. That is beautiful eyes. Nindrava nilla nenjinai udayen. Nindrava nilla, that is the restless was my heart, he says. Restless was my mind. Nindrava nilla nenjinai udayen. My nenju, my heart, was nindrava nilla. Ninnabadiye nikkala adu. Vaattu chanchalam alanjinde irundhudu அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்றார். I had a mind that was very unsteady, very, very agitated, because I had not discovered him, Peruman. Enna pandrathu? What am I to do? And that's what I was worried about. And then what happened was, the one who has taken the Varaha Avataram, so from him I learned the Tirumantram. He says, Nedu Visumbu Anavum. So Nedu Visumbu, Visumbu is the sky. The Nedu Visumbu, the vast and high sky. Anavum, one who reaches up to that vast and high sky. So when he took the Varaha Avataram, so it's not just the Trivikrama Avataram, the way we think of us is growing to great heights. Even in Varahavataram, he touched the skies, according to the AzhvAr. So Nedu Visumbu Anavum, he reached up to that vast high sky. Pandriyai, like the wild boar. Andru Paragam Kinda. Kinda means to dig. Paragam means the earth. He dug up the earth in the form of a wild boar to rescue the Bhudevi, who had been hidden beneath the ocean. That Emperuman, that Pariyan, that mighty one, Aryan, the chakra-wielding one, Arule, his grace. So by the grace of that Emperuman, who reached up to the high skies in the form of a wild boar, and who dug up the earth and rescued Bhudevi, that mighty one, that chakra-wielding one, by his grace, Nandru, nan uya, that is for me, for my Atma to be redeemed well. Nandru means well, uya means to be redeemed. For my Atma to be redeemed well, by him, nan kandugunden, Narayana ennum namam. I have discovered the Tirumantram which bears is namam, which bears a name of Narayana. Okay, so I will stop here for today. Now I will go to the Charma Slokam. Then we will continue with the elaboration of pAsuram number 4 in the next class. Okay, so let me get to the Charma Slokam slide. You can chant the Charma Slokam with me. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah mangalam kosalendraya mahaniya gunabdhaye chakravarti tanujaya sarvabhaumaya mangalam. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu.